grande.
I mean, almost every crop which is in existence is being faced by some threat or another. In the case of bananas, a particular problem is the massively low genetic diversity of the bananas which are in cultivation, meaning that in the face of a particularly virulent pest, the entire species could be wiped out because of a limited genetic diversity that exists in the commercial varieties. This is really what's at the heart of the whole growing importance of genetics in crop breeding. We need to actually find these reserves of resilient germplasm which were there in wild relatives of the species we currently grow and in traditionally cultivated land races as the basis for making our commercial lines capable of surviving in future. Our crop species contain only a tiny proportion of the diversity in their wild ancestors. They've been bred to optimize them for the favorable conditions in which agriculture normally takes place, but at the price of a loss of the diversity that was originally in their ancestral populations. And having a way to bring that latter diversity back into the elite lines is what's going to be critical to feeding our populations in future years.
The moment you've got people looking for patterns on a very, very narrow range of plants, I mean, only 6.5% of plants are subject to some form of product for them that's covered by a pattern. That is very low. So everybody is really finding patterns of new use for something like an aloe, a new use for a cabbage family, rather than looking at this whole diversity that we've got around us. You know, what are the traits in those plants that we could be making use of to ourselves, but would also enable others to benefit from those plants that would support their communities? We need to change the model.
I mean, the little ones seem to show the bladders better.
New technologies have been developed that enables the harvesting of this invasive plant from waterways, cleaning up waterways, and the plant can then be used in bioreactors that generate clean biogas to power communities.
food frame. It's heavy. So there it goes.
There are hundreds of species of bees in the United Kingdom, 20,000 species worldwide. We need to be mindful of all of those species. And what's actually happened in London is people have got so enthusiastic about saving bees via saving the honeybee that we've now got too many. Even the landscape that we've got in London isn't sufficient to provide for all those honeybee hives in all those locations. And so those honeybees are now out-competing wild species of bees and many other insects that rely on floral resources and nectar as their primary source of food.